I just onboarded a client doing $80,000 per month in the Airbnb arbitrage industry as a coach. He was spending $10,000 in the last 30 days on ads by just boosting all of his reels. In the next 56 minutes, I'm gonna show you the exact breakdown on how in 72 hours we revamped everything. Set up his follower ad campaigns, different campaigns, a total of 3, retargeting structure, and in this call, I literally break down the exact numbers with him, what he should be tracking, and how we're gonna actually optimize as the days go on. So enjoy, God bless you, 56 minutes of straight value. May the Lord be with you. The first day, what I call week 0, because it's not even like we've even started stuff, it's more so getting you guys all ramp up onto what we're about to do. We talked about the different things that we're gonna change in the Instagram, which has already taken place. Let me share with you guys what I actually got done here for you guys in the first couple of days. I went through every one of the ads that you had launched here in your Instagram ads manager, calculating profile visits, follows, conversations, cost per profile visit, cost per follow, cost per message, follow-up rate, unique link click-through rate, as well as analyzing the exact creatives that you had for every single one of them, Fareed. And what I found here is one of the biggest things that we cleaned up already was a lot of the ones that you actually had going on that was producing high amount of followers, high volume of followers, were very generalized and broad type of creatives. And when we launch ads, we don't want to go and target a broad audience. We actually want to be very, very specific. We want to go put that very specific creative in a broad audience, yes, but not target a broad audience, not attract a broad audience. So all of these creatives right here that we had going on were essentially speaking almost to everyone. And when you begin to speak to, nice, who did that? Was that me? When you begin to speak to everybody,
Josh erased that.
yeah, all good. When you begin to speak to everybody, what happens with your ads is that your ROAS is not able to be maximized. Why? Because your setters are now having to go through all this sorting of like who actually is an ICP type of lead that is coming in, that's giving me a follow, that's DMing me, whatever it may be. What we want to do instead is dial in all of that ad spend into a specific targeted ICP, and hence why when I turned all of these off, we only went to go target those type of people with the creatives that were actually speaking. Like this one right here is you probably have seen it's actually even gotten you a lot of followers, which is a good thing because it's a good creative. But this one's speaking specifically to what it is that you do and how you help your people. Does this all make sense right here, or any questions on that, Fareed?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. We want to target a broad audience, but we want to like call out our specific niche, ICP.
Correct.
So
Correct.
are we clear on the ICP that we're calling out? Like, are we all clear on that?
So I went and we'll talk more about it right now, but I went ahead and used specifically the sheet that you had sent me as well as your offer launch playbook. So we're still going to go and get more creatives done to get this dialed in. At this point right now, though, you guys are spending $10,000 on targeting an audience that is not necessarily your ICP. Maybe some of them are, maybe some of them weren't. So what I did is I just dialed it in and narrowed down the creatives that we are currently running live to the specific ICP that we're actually even talking to right now. So for instance, can you agree here that this one right here is like actually talking to the
Yeah,
person that you
for
want
sure.
to talk? So
I
that's what I did.
haven't.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I haven't. This is my fault, but I haven't. I don't even know which ad or what ad what that is or what it's saying. But I'm assuming it's on it. I need to. I've slammed on a lot of stuff, but this is completely my fault. But I need to be more on top of figuring out what you guys are running because I'd love to be a little bit more involved, making sure that we really are narrowing in on this because I do everything on the sales side. So I'm the one who's going to be speaking as I replace myself with the sales team with these people who are coming through. I'm talking to the setters and basically sculpting out the specific script as we speak to this ICP as well.
Yeah.
So I do need to go.
Yeah, for sure. And I can break this down in further detail, but essentially these were all the creatives that you guys had going on, right? Like every single one of them were because you boosted every one of the reels, right? So I literally went in and spent the time to one by one listen to the messaging that you were creating with every single one of them and narrowed it down to the ones where from my expertise in running ads, it's these ones right here that are going to specifically call out the right people. And of course, we're going to create more as we continue to go. But for instance, like I'll show you guys a couple examples of the ones that I did launch. If you go and watch these, you were speaking specifically to your ICP and Airbnb, looking how to get into Airbnb, 14 tips on how to actually like launch and be successful with your real estate business. These are the type of creatives that we want to do because it's actually speaking directly to the person that you help versus what we had, for instance, like over here in this case, where you are still speaking to the ICP, but it's a very much more generalized, just B-roll type of clip. And although these may perform as in it's getting low cost per profile visit and lots of followers, a lot of people that run these type of ads, what you just get is a whole bunch of entrepreneurs, just business opportunity seekers who saw, oh, it's at 7 figures at 20 and like they hit the follow. That's not what we want. We want to only speak to people who are high intent. People who are high intent only give you a follow when the creative is actually giving value or being educational. These more so right here are more so like this lifestyle of like, yeah, it looks nice, but it attracts just a broader audience, which is not what we want to do. Does that make sense, Sam?
100%.
Cool. So essentially, like I even dialed it in from all of these creatives that we had going on to a total, and you can look at these campaigns yourself, Sam, in the ads manager, right? You can go in there and I dialed it into three different types of campaigns that we're running. One of them being the one that Fareed just created just a few days ago. Would you agree that Fareed, you're speaking to your ICP on that specific creative?
Yeah, that's which one did I create?
A few days ago, it was like the one that was similar to the one that you shared with me that Daniel has running, and then you created your own version of it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like the my name is Fareed Abedini, here's what I do. That one.
Yep.
Yeah.
That one and the interview style I saw was performing very well for you, even that's just a boosted reel. Plus, on top of that, like you're literally speaking about what it is that you do and why it's the best opportunity. So therefore, we ran that specifically on a campaign because I think you had about, I'll check exactly how many you had. You had a few different creatives for that. I believe it was three or four specifically with the interview style. So I want to go
Mhm.
run those and I'll explain to you right now how I did that and what I did specifically. But I want to show you first the ones that were running. And then I ran these value drop type of creatives, which are, I'll show you here on this end. The value drop of type of creatives that we ran were these right here. So right here, you were speaking specifically to your ICP, if you remember the reel. This
Yeah.
one right here, Airbnb. This one right here, you're literally saying, "Hey, I'm looking for X amount of people to help them start and scale their Airbnb business." Like you're dialing it into that specific person that we want to attract. Here's how I would invest my $10,000 right in starting Airbnb. Here is you actually going through an actual property and you were speaking to the ICP. So what we did is we tested every single one of those in a campaign. This is what I call value type of creative because you're just giving value and you're not necessarily running it as a like this is an ad, but it's more so I'm giving value. And when you're just coming off, like the best way to run ads is actually to come off as if it is an organic piece of content and they happen to find you and they're like, bro, this is exactly for me. That's what gets them to give you a follow. Not you necessarily running it as an ad, but more so it's like, man, this is a great piece of organic content. I happen to come across it, but obviously we're running ads to that. That gets your cost per profile visit to be very low, and your cost per follow is also very low with lots of followers coming in. Make sense?
Yeah, I think my cost per follower is pretty high on all of this stuff because I'm averaging like six, close to $7 per follow. But I understand what you're saying.
No, I actually want to go calculate your cost per follow amongst all of these. And if you want to go into the ads manager right now, it's your cost per follow is about $4 to $5. It's in that range in here with the new campaigns that we just ran. You can calculate that in the ads manager by simply going over here and seeing your amount spent total divided by the amount of follows that you've gotten. And the exact number was in that $4 to $5 mark right now, which is what we want. Like we want our followers cost per follow to be anywhere between $2 to $6. But what's important here is that these creatives are actually speaking to my ICP. It's not just broad. It's not just anybody could come in. That's a good range
Yeah.
in there. My cost per
Today
follow right
today
now.
today it went down actually. I think yeah, no, it's around 400 80 cents or something.
Yep, that's it. My cost per follow is about even anywhere between that $4 to $5 mark. But of course,
Yeah.
for me, it's like, bro, I'm only speaking to that like that ICP. Like that's all I care about. I don't. Yes, I do care about getting the cost per follow as low as possible, but I care more about the quality of follows that are coming in. And with what we're doing now and the cost per follow that you're going to get much higher quality followers, which is ultimately going to turn into revenue. And that's what we care about. Not about, yeah, bro, if we get you to 1 million followers, like praise God, but it's not really about that. It's more so about getting the right type of people into your ecosystem, right?
Hmm.
Any questions
Yeah.
on that part so far? No? Clear? Does that all make sense, bro? Like, is that helpful to like see why we did that and understand like how I went about going through that exact process right there? Is there any questions?
Um, no, that's it. So, I mean, so I'm just trying to run the math here. So it's on the ninth, it was $76 that I spent for like 12 followers. Okay, so 76 divided by 12, so that's $6.33. This was on the 9th. This is like just on the stuff that you launched, not on my previous stuff, right?
Yep, all of
Um,
this right here is just on the stuff that we launched.
yeah, so $77 for 12 followers on the 9th, which is a cost per follow of $6.42. Yesterday, the 10th, it was $483 for 71 followers. That's $6.80. Am I missing anything?
What's your question on that right there specifically?
I mean, it's averaging around like $6.50, unless I'm missing something.
Yeah, I think what's not really yet clicking 100% in your head, and this is where I want you to like fully understand, is that, for instance, bro, like you spent $557 here on this one. You spent a couple, like thousands of dollars. This one was just straight B-roll, thousand
Yeah,
dollars on this. And yes, you got 435 followers. But if I had to actually, like, if we, I mean, obviously it would be very, very hard to even know, probably wouldn't be even to know, but like within this already, you spent thousands of dollars to people who are not qualified. Like you just ran these as boosted reels and you were spending thousands of dollars to a market where your
yeah,
actual ICP is not even like hearing the words. And in fact, I have found within this space that when you actually create these type of creatives, like your ICP is not, they don't feel propelled to actually give you a follow because in this specific creative, to them, they're looking for value. They're looking for education. They're looking for somebody to teach them something and why they should go and give you a follow. What this really attracts, bro, is just business opportunity seekers and people who are entrepreneurs who have no idea maybe what Airbnb even is. They just saw a really cool lifestyle video. They saw you in a nice car and they said, I'm going to give them a follow for that. Does that make sense that here we were spending thousands of dollars and yeah, you were getting a lot of followers, a lot. But what's the point
yeah,
of from that percentage? Maybe like 2 to 5%. I don't know. The
yeah,
exact numbers are not even qualified. So yes, cost per follow was very, very, very cheap, and you were spending thousands of dollars on this, but you were not even you weren't even speaking to the right person. That's what I'm trying to help you
yeah.
understand
Oh
here.
yeah, for sure. These followers I'm getting now, even though they're more expensive, they're more qualified. They're ideal ICP for sure. But what I'm trying to say is over the last few days, and I know we just launched it, and now we're still testing, and I know we're still going to record more creatives to
Yep.
potentially bring and scale the follower ad. But I'm just saying, like last few days, it's been over like $6. It's around like $6.30 per follow because I just averaged it.
Okay.
But I'm again, I'm just I know that we're going to run more creatives and scale the best creatives and stuff. So I'm just going to ignore that. I understand what you're saying though,
That's a
because
fair
I'm
point.
because I'm keeping track of everything in the follower tracker as well that we have that you sent
Perfect.
me. Yeah,
Perfect, bro. That's perfect that you're keeping track of that. Notice this too. It's been 3 days, maybe two, of
yeah,
this
for
being
sure,
fully ran. So like let me explain to you like what the next process is in what
for
we're
sure,
doing
for sure.
is right now, bro. Like I hope that you guys can see this part is that we're already from what you were spending, saving thousands of dollars that were going to a whole bunch of nobodies that were not going to ever buy from you. Now we're getting it. Okay, so now we got the right creatives out. It's about identifying which ones of these are actually winning ads and how we actually start condensing that cost per follow while still having high quality of creatives out and producing more creatives to continue to attract this person. As you said, I'm getting more ICP followers.
Yeah,
Cool. So
yeah,
how do I do that part right here? So we got the campaign set up right here. So we got 3 total campaigns running for follow ads right now. Boom, boom, boom. I haven't even gone to the DM one yet. I'll explain that one in just a minute here. From these follow ad campaigns, what we now go and do is literally go find our winning ad set and our winning creatives. So, and every single one of them, I'm testing different ad sets. So, for instance, let's go in and talk about, just to make it very simple, the one that you created just a few days ago. My name is Fareed, and you told your story. I'm 25, live in the US. This is what I've done within my business. This one right here, I've tested it in 3 different ad sets. Why? I want to test different groups on where your ICP can. I would test a broad
mm,
ad set. I will also test an ad set that is tailored to a specific type of interest, which is entrepreneurship, where your people are at, and then multiple interest groups. In this one, based on market research and our database, I tested interest groups such as real estate, Airbnb, rental property, small investments, small businesses. So I'm just testing 3 different ad sets with the same creative
yeah,
so that I can go find where are more people opting into this specific creative right here. So now we got that launched, and this is how we're going to condense that cost per follow, and we're going to condense all of that as we go on after a few days. So once we get all of that done right here, we're going to go actually and find our winning follower ads. How do we do that? First of all, we need to allow at least $100 to $300 per ad set to be ran before making any decisions, because that will give us accurate data of what's actually going on. After that, we find the winning ad set based on the interest group. So I'll go back in here and say, okay, from these 3 ad set groups, which one is giving me the most amount of followers, while also the lowest cost per profile visit, while also the lowest cost per follow. When I identify those three numbers, I found my winning ad set. Make sense?
Yeah. And what do you? I know we want for B2C the cost per result profile visit to be under 40 cents. What do we want the
Right.
cost per follow to be under?
Cost per follow cost per follow should be under $6.
Okay, for sure. Okay.
Yeah, our cost per follow should range between $2 to $6.
Gotcha.
So even right now with just testing it, and obviously at first glance, like we're just testing, so we haven't even found any winners. It's only been about 2 to 3 days. Our cost per follow is already almost in that mark because it's a little higher than that. You said it's a couple cents higher than the $6.
Yeah.
So like we're gonna get it down, like no doubt. It's just the initial
sure.
testing. Make sense?
Yeah.
So once that happens right there, what we will then do is find not only the winning ad set, but then we will go find that winning creative. In this one specifically, there is not going to be a winning creative because I was testing here your specific ad. It was just one. I sent that by itself, but every other campaign, we have multiple creatives in there. So this one right here is the value job. I have about 8 different creatives going on. I got about 4 here, and that's the same one here. And then I got another 4 here that are testing right now. So we're going to go find not only which one is our winning ad set, but also what is our winning creative. So we'll click on that, we'll open them up, and we'll see the data in here specifically. And we will now find the same metrics, right? What is our lowest cost per follow, which one's giving us the most amount of follows, and which one is our lowest cost per profile visit, right? We'll go find that in those numbers. Now I got, for instance, let's say it was ad number 5, and it was in the interest group right here, multiple interest versus broad interest. So now that same budget or funding that we have allocated to this campaign, we're just going to go double down on the interest group and turn off the other creatives that are not producing that same amount of following, as well as the low cost per follow, the lowest cost per profile visit. So now that multiple interest will then be cranked up. We'll turn off broad, and we will crank up the creative that is producing the best type of results. And hence, after that, everything is going to start to go lower and lower and lower, while still having the highest quality of people coming in because our creatives are dialed in.
Yeah.
Does that make more sense?
So we're gonna turn out of these 4 ad sets that you have right now, we're going to scale the specific ad set that has the highest performing creatives.
We're going to scale first. So I have different tests going on at once, but in this specific campaign, what I have is this one and this one are 1. We'll call these 2 over here 2, right? What I mean by 1 is that in this one, I have the same creatives being tested. Boom. So these are the same creatives right here on this one. These are other creatives being tested, but they're still within this value type of creative. That's why I have them in the value campaign. But these 2 are 1, these 2 are 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to compare after a few days, which one has better targeting, multiple interest or broad interest for these 2 right here, right? Because they're the same creatives inside of here. Now, let's say in this case, I've identified multiple interest had better targeting. It's getting us better results. We will then go inside of that campaign, and then inside of that campaign will look something like this. And I would do the same analysis on the creatives now. Okay, which one is my winning creatives? Let's say it was ad number 5 and ad number 4, just to make it easy. What we will then do is turn these off. We will leave ad number 5 and ad number 4, and I will allocate from those $60, the full $60 to the multiple interest with only the 2 winning creatives. So now $60 are going into the ones that are producing the best results and still getting quality ICPers coming in.
Yeah.
Clear?
Yeah. So in assets 1 and assets 2, the main difference is we're running different creatives and it's targeting different age ranges.
Correct.
Okay. Got it. So we're running different types of value creatives in the interest 2s and then different values in the interest 1s.
Yeah. So these 2 are together.
Same creatives, those 2.
Yep.
And then the other 2 same creative. Yeah.
Yep. Correct.
Okay.
That's what we're running right now for the value one.
How do you know which creatives to run in which interest group?
Which creatives to run in which interest group? So going back to the analysis that I did on all the ones that you have going on and seeing all of them here, what I did is you understand the concept of this is a value type of creative. Why? You're giving value. You're giving
value. Yeah, for sure.
On your specific offer, right? So what I did is I mixed and matched them a little bit so that for instance, I have these two right here, right? Same, it was the same exact creative. The only the difference right here was the overlay text, which can
The
make a really
text
big difference. Like it
and
makes
the
a big
sound,
difference.
yeah.
Yep, and the sound. So what I did, I actually put these in here together. Why? Because they're the same creative. Essentially, I just want to figure out which one is better so that I
Yeah.
can turn off the other one and I could keep this in here. That's how I tested that group right there. And same situation over here. These three are not the same, but it's like the same format, same type of format in the creative. So I put them into one single campaign so that I can find out which the same format, but which creative was the best creative. Let's say in this case it was this one over here. Well, then that one now will get most of the spend. And we're
Right.
still testing these over here.
But between the value drop 1 and value drop 2, you just decided to separate them. There's really no reason why you separated value drop 1 and value drop 2, right? Like
Why?
there's
Oh,
there's no
yes.
reason why you separated the the ones of me on the right and then the ones of me on the left. Like you could have easily just vice versa swapped them, right?
Correct. But why I separated them into two different um, campaigns is because when I'm testing for more accurate testing, what I want to do is I don't want to put 10 creatives into one campaign or into one ad set. Why? Because when you do that, Facebook, what it will do is it will allocate the funding since there's way too many. It would just like sporadic, like it'll take longer to find the winning ones. Why? Because, for instance, let's say that you had 10 creatives and you put $100 into it. That would essentially what we would want that to do is to allocate evenly 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. But even if it did do that, what will happen? $10 is not enough to actually make a decision. Like it's like it barely even got out there, but Facebook won't even do that. So what Facebook would do if you had all these together, it would allocate, for instance, $30 here, $27 here, $47 here, and then the rest of them will not get as much spent as we would want it to so that it can actually test. So your $100 will go away, but you won't actually have all of your creatives being tested. And that's why I separated them into two different ad sets so that they get more equal spend with the same $100 that we're putting in.
Got it. Yeah.
Any other questions on that?
No.
Cool. Cool. So that's what we're doing for every single one of the campaigns that we have going on. And then the next level to that, right, is once we found the winning creatives, we're going to get the winning ad with the winning ad set. And then what we then do is we will test that winning ad. Like, for instance, let's say we found two winning ads from those five. We will test those two into different interest groups because we now know that those are the two best creatives. But now I'm going to go test them in different interest groups. So, for instance, as you can see, I have two interest groups here. Let's say that it was multiple interests that won that campaign in this campaign. We're going to shut off broad, but I'm still going to take the winning creatives. There were two winning creatives. I'm going to go put them into a different interest group. Let's say now it's going to be entrepreneurship only. I'm going to test them in here. And then after a few days, we'll do the same test. And that's how you continuously are just testing the creatives, you're testing the ad set groups and finding your winning ones. And obviously, after a couple of weeks, you're going to have a lot more data and you're going to find that winning campaign. You're going to find that winning creative, that winning ad set. You're going to crank it up and just keep getting followers that are at the best cost, as well as the quality is not decreasing, but rather improving because you're doing different tests with what's already proven to work.
Is it possible that the creatives are just dead and bad creatives, or are you saying that you just have to keep testing the same creative and beating it like a dead horse multiple different ways with multiple different sticks until one works on, or you know what I mean? Do you understand what I'm asking?
No, so what? No, because notice that I'm not then because what you're saying is beating it till it's like comes back alive. No, because notice that when I do that last stage, I'm not testing any creatives that didn't work in a different interest group. I'm
Mhm.
only now testing the winning ones, like the ones that have already been proven to win. I'm saying, okay, those are my winning creatives. They're getting me the most amount of followers, lowest cost per follow, and they're hyper niche, micro niche to my specific audience. I'm going to go test that same creative into different audiences now so that it reaches different people, different demographics, different type of interests, but it's already a winning creative that I know is producing good results. So I'm not testing dead ads, but rather the ones that have already proven to be winners in other ad sets. I'm going to test them into new interest groups.
Okay.
Cool. And that's pretty much what we're going to do here on the follower side of the campaigns. Any last questions on that side, or does that all make sense right there?
I'll probably have more questions on the followers, but I mean, it's good for now.
Well, I mean, what other questions do you feel like are like just coming up, or like, is there anything pressing right now?
Well, nothing pressing, but obviously, like in the future, when I want to run like new creatives, will you help me upload them, or do I just like duplicate the ones that you already have and I just upload new ones myself?
So in the future, when you want to upload new creatives, you would not duplicate these right here, as in like, so for instance, like let's say you want to run a new set of creatives. What we would then do is just create a different campaign for it so that testing is always precise and accurate. Because like here's what will happen. If I have this follower ads, and let's say that you had another 10 value type of creatives that you want to test, but I put them in there, my ultimate like these numbers, what it's going to reflect is not only the new creatives that you put in, but it's also going to reflect the previous numbers that have already been gathered through your other creatives,
No,
giving
yeah,
your new creatives not accurate
yeah.
data.
So you would want to
So
create not only a new ad set, but a whole new campaign.
correct. Yes.
But would I duplicate the campaign, or are you saying don't do that because they would duplicate the existing numbers?
It would not, no, if you duplicate the existing campaign, it would not duplicate the existing numbers. I just would not create that new campaign or those new ad sets in there and I upload those new creatives. But I personally, I would just create a new campaign. It for me, since I know how to do it, and I'll teach you how to do it, how to like set it all up. It's so much easier than going in there and having to delete every single creative and re-upload it. Like instead, I'll just start a new campaign and put the right settings in there and just upload a new creative. So you're not deleting, uploading, deleting, uploading. Make sense?
Yeah, yeah,
But I'll show you. I'll show you how to do that exactly. Like I'll show you step by step how to do that.
for sure.
Cool. Any other questions on the follower ad
No.
campaign right there? Cool. The second part is what we had not yet even launched, which was the DMs. And that's so right now I'm testing one set of creatives, and it's this type of creative right here. If you go into your messages right now, I already like what we've calculated is you're getting an average cost per message here. And we just launched this just like literally Saturday midnight. So it didn't start running fully until Sunday. So I launched it on Sunday. So it's gotten one full day of testing and it's 3:38 my time. And I launched it for the US market. So it's gotten about a day and a half of testing. And these are the numbers that are already coming in right now thus far. From those DMs, how is the quality of the people that are coming in right now? Do you know?
I mean, we're just sending them the asset of the videos, and then that's it. We're just telling them, hey, watch this.
But how's the quality? Like, are you looking at the profile? Are you look like is it somebody who looks qualified?
To be honest, no. I mean, not really. I mean, it's more of my setter's question, but I mean,
I haven't. I mean, I'm right there with the setters, and I haven't really gotten any feedback on anything like that yet. Um,
what are we supposed to be looking for?
Typically for me, it really comes down to these components. Like, does the account actually look active? And your IC, like everybody's different, and every one of our clients is different. But like your ICP more than I do. As in, like when they come in, typically like for us, especially for when we're setting or closing, it's like we know okay that type of profile. It looks like a type of profile that we've helped in the past, and you can never actually fully know. Like we just onboarded someone last week that you wouldn't have been able to know that they didn't really have any posts or anything up for them, so I wouldn't have been able to actually calculate that. But for the most part, okay, so like for me and my specific offer is like, are they posting content? Do they actually have, an offer out? Like, are they posting content on their offer? Do they have videos on YouTube about what it is that they do? That's specifically to me. But for you, it's more so asking maybe you, Sam, and your setters, like what type of profile typically comes in that you think at first glance, this looks like an ICP.
okay. It's just been so much pivoting. I think I know what our ICP is. Now I'm just waiting for it to come in because as we just getting started.
Yeah.
Um, so I mean, again, are we? Because I haven't even gotten a chance to look at the creatives that we're sending out, which obviously I'm assuming is totally fine. But are we clear on the ICP we're trying to target and what the problem and all that is? We're on
Take a
for?
look at the creatives here. Cool. Can you see it?
Yeah.
So I ran this specific image here with different overlay text. I've generated $10 million in short-term rental revenue, built it without owning a single property, broke the entire thing down inside an Airbnb course. DM me Airbnb and I'll send it to you for free. Send it for free. Does that sound like
So what I would, yeah, that's fine. I mean, it's gonna target people who obviously are interested in Airbnb. Um, by the way, I mean, I know that it's probably gonna be easier to send the 15-minute video and it break because here it goes. It's kind of two things here, and again, it all goes back to our niche. The niche I'm trying to target are obviously are full-time working people, so that way we know they have money, normally pretty decent jobs. Okay, ideally making six figures a year already, or at least above 75K. Okay. And the thing is these people, they know and they want more income or freedom, but they don't know what's legitimate out there, and they don't have time to spend $5,000 to $10,000 for a coach or a mentor who to try to put more time out of their day towards a job that, and then the time that they put away from their job or away from their family when they're not working their job just doesn't even end up working anyways. It's just the same bullshit mentorship program that most people have. Okay. Some people say it doesn't work for them or it was a scam. What we're doing is we're flipping everything in our head. I have a property that I can get them today, like right now, that's going to produce some cash flow. And then we do consulting on the back end. So everything's flipped. So we actually have a product plus consulting. So now this person, this full-time working father or mother or parents that work together, we can get them an asset that starts producing an extra 25, 35, 55K a month. And then we just do consulting on the back end to make sure they manage it correctly. Managing a property can be done in 15 minutes. So now, I don't give a crap about some young kid who wants to be rich. I want to help somebody who actually has money actually realize that Airbnb is real and you can bring a passive income from it. And then, so it's product first, consulting on the back end rather than selling a mentorship program that happens to have a product. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Perfect. Because that LTV is a lot higher. We can sell them straight up. They're all in, and we can help them even get business credit if they need, but their all in investment, if they were to do it in cash, is like 20K. Their break even is going to happen in 6 to 5 months. And that's including with our mentorship. I want to target people who can actually really afford that. And I can show them a basic breakdown on investment and show them how that works. And then boom, next thing you know, they have a cash flowing property. They're winning off Airbnb. And we're just consulting with them on the back end. And it's 15 minutes a day that they have to do.
Yep. Cool. And I'll tell you this. Go ahead, Freed.
I was going to say, like, Meta says we've gotten 32 conversations. It's more like 10. Maybe close to 15.
Okay, you got those exact numbers like in the DM?
I mean, I'm in my Instagram right now and I'm filtering out everyone who came from ads. And it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It's like 15 max, like literally only 15. Some people, that's it.
Not all of them will go into the ads category right away. So instead, what I would do is I would filter by that buzzword, that keyword.
Okay, I can do that too. For sure. I can give me 1 second. Let me do that. Also, these are like, most of them are like private accounts. Some of them like active, obviously posting, but like most of them are private accounts.
Yep. Yeah, I would say like here's the deal with just running ads in general. Because I mean, Sam, like I get every client that I have would ideally want to have 100% ICP coming in and like they're ready to rock and roll. I got my credit card in hand. I've been looking at Freed's content for like 5 years and I want to join. Like we all want that, right?
Of course.
But typically like you have people that come in about, if you're getting a 20 to a 40%, more in that even 20 to 30% really is what happens. So if you get 100 DMs, bro, and 20 of them are qualified, that's a lot of people, bro. Like 20 being like I'm not talking about like they're kind of like, I'm talking about like they would invest. We just now gotta get them to that part of we're the best solution for you. That's the ads games. Like I'm not here to tell you guys that we're gonna get 100 out of 100. Like that's not gonna happen, bro. Like we're gonna get anywhere between that 20 to 30% mark that are actually qualified people from 100 messages. And when you do that continuously, it's like, bro, if we get 100 messages in just a few days, like just imagine like 200 messages, 300 messages, 400 messages, which we will get again for It's only been running for about a day and a half, the DM campaign.
Yeah, we can scale that afterwards. Yeah, makes sense.
So when we start doing that is when, I mean, what's your guys' consulting? Because Sam, you said 25K to get started, but like, what's the actual revenue that you guys do?
20K total. I mean, 20,500 if you're counting like if they need an LLC set up. Okay. And that's all in property done for them plus consulting. And that probably is going to produce them, I mean, on the very low end, 2,500, but on the average end is 3,000 up a month. And so what it is 5K for our consulting, 7,500 for the acquisition fee of the property, and then everything else goes to the property itself. So they're paying us 12,500 there, but then everything else for of the 20 goes towards the property. First one's rent, security, maybe a little bit of a budget for adding like some amenities, which of course we do all this for them. We show them how to do it. It's not going to take up the time.
It's 12.5. It's 12.5 to answer your question.
Yeah, thanks, Reed.
Okay. Cool, bro. Like that's just, I mean, those are the numbers, right? So we get 100 people. Let's say 20% of those are qualified. Those are 20 people. Let's say you close even just 10% of that, which is very low, bro. You guys can close way more than that. That's two people at
Yeah.
2,500. You just made
25K.
$25,000, bro. Like
Yeah,
that.
no, the numbers are there. Numbers make sense for sure, 100%. Numbers make
Yeah.
sense. By the
But
way,
just
we are. It does look like close to 30 DMs. I just have to filter it by that keyword.
there you go.
Obviously, they're not all responding. They're not. I mean, it's a numbers game. It falls off, and I get it. I understand for sure. Yeah.
But not just
Um,
like not only is it just a numbers game, like understand the type of targeting, like bro, we're a couple of days in, like
mm,
to rebuilding this entire infrastructure. Like I
for
really
sure.
want you to understand that it's like you just came to this property place and bro, like they had a needle, they had like freaking a whole bunch of things all over the place, bro. You're just cleaning it all up. And
Bro,
as
I'm
you,
here, bro. I'm with you. I'm here for the long game.
yeah,
I'm not by any means complaining at all. I just want to give you as much feedback as possible.
cool.
And
Yeah,
it's a lot of the stuff that I'm saying that comes out of my mouth. You probably already know, but I don't know that you know. So
right.
that's why I'm just giving you feedback.
Absolutely.
You probably already know everything that I'm saying, and it probably all sounds normal. I just don't know if it's normal. That's why I want to say it to get it out. But
Sure,
yeah,
sure. Yeah, I understand that part, bro. And
yeah,
by all means, keep it coming. Like all I want to like make it very, very, very clear, bro, is that all that we're doing right now is 100% normal. And in fact, when you first launch ads the right way, which is you've never done that before, it actually takes Meta like some time to start, especially a DM campaign. Like you've never launched a DM
starts
campaign
calibrating
to start
it.
actually like figuring out what type of person is like coming in because I have specific types of targeting where it's like we're optimizing for number of conversions, we're optimizing for numbers of conversations actually responding, like all of this
Yeah,
is all being done in the back end, bro. So like that's what I want to assure you on that. Like it's gonna crack, bro. And when it does,
100%. I'm excited, bro. I'm excited.
cool, bro.
Yeah.
But yes,
Um,
we can even
Also,
take
one
uh
other thing is I wanted to mention. I just want to write this down. So, follower ads, $2 to $6. DM ads, cold. How much do we want to be at? And DMs retargeting. How much do we want to be at?
yeah. So it depends. Again, it's going to be dependent on the specific campaigns that we're running, and I'll go more in detail. But overview for an inbound DM, it's going to be between a qualified person, $2 to $10. That's what's an inbound DM. For a retargeting campaign, it's going to be more on that $5 to $10, but those people are going to be much more qualified retargeting.
Right. Okay.
But we always want to keep
What?
we always want to keep inbound DMs under $10. If it's doing more than $10, it must be something which we have ran, which is like a carousel post where it's like super micro niche. Like nobody is DMing me that keyword unless they've gone through like 6, 7 slides of a specific post that is specific to my ICP, which in that case it might increase over $10, but for the most part, for these type of creatives, we're going to keep it under $10.
For sure. Okay. 2 to 10 cold, 5 to 10 retargeting. So you're saying retargeting would be more?
It could be more. It could be more because it's a smaller group of people, right?
Mm,
Much smaller group of people. It's just people who have come in to engage, but it doesn't always have to be that because like it just could be more. But note that even if it is more, these people are so much more higher intent. They're more qualified. They're nurtured because they've already gone through your content. They've already like it's not the first time that they're seeing you. And I mean, I'll show you like literally how we have it launched this specific campaign. Your retargeting campaign is actually producing the best results right now in terms of cost per message, which is
yeah,
ultimately
5 to 75.
yep. But
I'm
again,
not actually able to tell who is retargeting, who is cold though, because it's the same keyword, right? So I'm just sending them the same asset. I'm treating them the same because I can't tell on my end.
yeah, I sent you a loom. I'm not sure if you saw that. So
Would it
when
make oh sorry, yeah, sorry.
You said lowercase Airbnb was retargeting, uppercase Airbnb was, but they're all it's all uppercase. People are only sending uppercase.
okay, just the way that you probably saw thought that there was under like 15 DMs that are going on, they're probably out there, bro. We just got to go find it and find a better way of optimizing for that. And again, bro, like it's literally like step by step. And as much as I would want to give you like everything at once, like I'm gonna teach you guys even how to go about optimizing for specific keywords as we go on in the process. But I'm sure that if as manager, maybe it's inaccurate by like a number or a couple of numbers, but like it says that we have 5 DMs, bro. So they must be out there.
I do see a couple. Now that you just told me to search the keyword up by the Airbnb, I do see
Yep.
um I do see a couple lowercase ones. So I'm sure you're gonna go over this, but like there's probably a different script that you want me to send to the uppercase versus the lowercase people, right?
Yep. And we're gonna cover all of that as
Perfect.
we get to it, bro. Like again, everything typically, like what you guys are, bro, like you guys are already miles ahead. Like it typically takes for us to install all of this that we have going on for most clients, like a little bit longer on that time frame. But like, bro, we
Yeah.
just been dialing it in, and as we go, it's like it's just going to be like a new, better problem to have, which is like, all right, bro, I'm getting all these DMs, like how to actually optimize this. And
Yeah.
once we have everything launched, it's like, all right, here's the next thing, here's the next thing, bro. Like it's all figured out
Sure.
already. It's just about getting to that point.
Cool.
Cool. So we'll have that dialed in as well. And this is just the first campaign that I launched. I'll tell you why we didn't launch the second creatives. First, I want to, well, because we have other creatives. First, I want to actually crank the other creatives up with the thumbnail. We didn't have the thumbnail, and I knew I could have launched it right off the bat, but instead I was like, I'm gonna just test these because I know with the thumbnail for us, just historically, it's providing so much better results when we actually put the thumbnail in there. Why? Because the people see a tangible resource, as in like, oh, I'm gonna get that right there, and you have a good thumbnail on it, it's gonna produce much more better results. So I'm gonna get those on there. So Josh, if you could share those with us with Eric as well, we'll add those onto the second batch of creatives, which is we'll still add it to this one right here, but we could even just test it out. Here's what we want to do is allocating it to these other creatives that we have here and adding the thumbnail onto that as well.
For sure. What thumb, just to clarify for Josh, actually, where is Josh? Did he just drop off? I just saw him.
I think he dropped off. He's coming back inside right now.
More thumbnails as in like, oh, Josh is back. More thumbnails as in like more pictures. So you get like, oh my
I'll show you.
God.
When if I run a, hey, I'm giving you a specific asset in it, when I've ran it and I actually put in the thumbnail of the asset that I already have inside of the creative, when Eric gets that done, it produces a way better result because people actually see, oh, like that's attractive. Like I want to learn how to run profitable ads. Like if we're talking about Airbnb course and you have that, people like see something tangible and it just makes them want to opt in much more than just my words. Like just take my word for it.
For
And
sure.
it's still already producing like decent results, and it's only been a couple of days. Like it's still under $10 every one of the creatives that I believe here. So it's only going to increase, right? So we're already under $10 for all of them. No, it was this one over here. Except for this one right here, and we'll take a look at that and what's going on here. But once we add the thumbnail, it's going to produce even better results as well.
I'll send you the thumbnail. I don't. So we normally in our sales process, we have two assets that we always send to people. Like there's no way that people are going to pay us money without watching these two videos. Like we've tested it. Sam and I went through it. We find that almost 90% of people who watch these two videos, who also get on a sales call with us, end up closing. And it's the 15-minute training video on explaining what Airbnb is. And then it's a 30-minute Miro video of Sam and I breaking down what our program entails and what we're going to be taking them through. Which we don't send them the 1 hour course. The 1 hour course is not only is it way too long, but like it's just really bad audio. I don't know if you guys clicked on the YouTube video and actually watched it. The audio is pretty bad, so we don't like send that to people. Plus, it's like an hour. Nobody's going to watch an hour course. So.
Yeah.
To add to that, by the way, Freed and I are open to making whatever at least I mean I know he is. So we're definitely open to making whatever content you think is best fluidity with this process. So like for example, what I was suggesting with those applicants, those are for people who are coming in open to doing the actual full mentorship, and they understand and they want to go through that process and learn everything. A lot of the applicants though, especially with the niche I'm telling you about, they don't like the shit. They just want to get the property and do the property management and make money. So we can make a new video breaking down that process a little bit more in detail if you think that'd be wise. Of like, hey, like here's literally your property right here. Here are the numbers, and keeping it simple for them, and then understanding what they're getting for that full 20K. If you think we should do that.
Yeah. Again, what I wanted to do over, the weekend is start using what we already have so that now, bro, we have things going on. You guys are starting to get leads, you're getting followers, you're getting DMs instead of waiting till now. And I believe these assets are, they're good. They're converting. I saw the shorter one that you had sent. Here's what I would do here, Fareed, and what works best. Why did I specifically choose the course? Is that what you tell me? What's more attractive to you? You see an ad that says, I'll send you a 15-minute training, or I'll send you a full course. What just seems like there's more value in there?
Or
the course.
Yeah.
You think, man, I want the course. They might not watch the entire course. Here's how, and where I was going to get to. It's all about engaging. It's like, how can I get this conversation started so that Setter can take over from there? If I tell them a 10-minute training, people think, what can possibly be in a 10-minute training that will actually help me start Airbnb? Nothing. I got a
Yeah.
full course though. They're like, bro, I want the full course. That's
Yeah.
why.
What if we
Now,
say, what if we say course and then we send them 15-minute training?
you,
Let's not trust. That's not good credibility, not good trust.
here's a better way to do it. Here's how we run every one of ours right now, what has been completely crushing for us. So we're offering a follower ads course. This is the creative. We're offering a follower ads course, and for us, we're having this is our winning creative right now. It's getting us messages for cold traffic. It's getting us anywhere between $1 to $2 for retargeting, up to $3, under $4, all of them. Something simple like this. Guess what I'm doing in every single one of our openers? What we'll do, I'll send them the course. Why? Because like the DM setting process, it's all about, bro. Like I give so much on the front end that they literally feel like they have to respond to our DMs. Like you feel like you have
Yeah.
to. My first message will always be that course, and it will literally be something, and I'll send you a screenshot of it. Like it will literally be some. I'll literally pull something up here. Or probably one that we've just sent over. Let's see. But there's a couple. Let me pull up one. I'm trying to see one that they've already just sent out here. And I'm gonna just do it live. Here's what I would do right here. Watch. I would literally send the course that I have going on our profile right here. And I would say, this is literally our script right now. Send the IG ads funnel here. Do you want the follower ads set up to, or just this one? Why? Because my second message, I want them to engage with me, but I don't want to engage with me as in like, hey, do you want to book a call? It's like, do you want this follower ads set up as well? In your case, it's like, hey, I actually have a
Yeah, I'm here.
yeah. So I send that first initial message, and then the second one is, hey, do you also want this training? Like in that case, on your end, it's like, bro, because this is literally like a double winner. Because first, you give them value, you give them the course, they may or may not watch it, which is okay. But now I'm offering something easier for them, which is still a training. Hey, also, do you also want this other training that we have available? Like, do you also want this breakdown on how I would literally leverage it as this? Do you want this breakdown how we made $2 million in the last year? Like literally, I ask them if they want something more. The people who are qualified, everybody wants more. They want more value. Wait, there's more than this. There's more than that course. Yeah, I want it. Boom. You send them 2 assets. Now bro, you got them. Like they're gonna answer any questions that your center like actually start asking them. You got them in a position where they feel like you've given them 2 assets. I barely met this guy. He's already given me
Yeah.
2 assets. I'm gonna start answering anything that he wants. You can start qualifying all of your prospects from there.
Yeah, this is, if you don't mind, I can share my screen. I mean, this is what I have been sending them right now.
Go for it.
I'm sending them the 15-minute training. So I have a ManyChat set up where I wait 60 seconds and then it sends them the 15-minute training. And then after 10 seconds, it double texts and says, I got you. Here's the free Airbnb training. I'm here if you have any questions. And then I have another message that's I set up 6 hours later that says, how's the video?
Okay. Biggest
What do you, I just set this up, bro, before the actual call. So I haven't gotten a chance to test it, but what do you think I should set the scripts at?
Yep. First, the initial message that you sent out, it's going to be the asset. And for me, this is me personal to my offer, right? But you want to send a message that completely like takes them off. Like this couldn't have been AI. It couldn't have been ManyChat. So for me, literally what I would send, and just that's just who we are. Like, God bless you, brother. I just sent that over. Or God bless you, bro. I just sent over the IG ads funnel. Why? Because like you don't think of somebody saying that in ManyChat. Plus, like more than anything, bro. Like, let me actually be a blessing to somebody. But I would come up with your first message saying something that is different than making it feel like, man, this is just ManyChat. This is just AI. But rather, it's like I'm actually talking to you. So whatever that may be, like the more like
You don't think this is personable?
What'd you say?
You don't think this is personable though? Like that you don't think this is.
Which one? What was your first message that you sent?
So I literally sent them the video just like you do. Like after 60 seconds, I just sent them the course. And then I said, and then I say, hey, I got you, exclamation mark. Here's the free Airbnb training. I'm here if you have any questions. Cheers emoji. Like it's this
Yeah,
one.
it's not that it's not personable. It just sounds like everybody
So
else.
it's something like, God bless. It's I got you. Here's the free Airbnb training. I'm here if you have any questions.
I wouldn't say I'm here if you have any questions. I would just say that first. I got you. Here's that free Airbnb training. Boom. First message. And then the second message is always a follow-up
You
question.
guys see this?
1
I
second.
can't hear you guys.
Can you hear me?
Can't.
Can you hear me?
I don't know why I can't hear you.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Oh, my mic. Can you guys hear me? Thumbs up. Hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Give me 1 sec.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know why I can't hear you.
You still can't?
I can hear you now. I just have to stop sharing. But did you hear what I said though?
I heard what you said. I didn't see anything that you were sharing though.
What? Okay.
Is it on?
Can you see my screen now?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So they comment Airbnb. This is before I knew the difference between the retargeting and the actual cold. So I guess there'll be 2 different scripts for that, and you'll tell me which ones I have to do. But when they comment the keyword, after 60 seconds, I send them the asset. And then 10 seconds later, I double text and say, I got you. Here's the free Airbnb training. I'm here if you have any questions. Cheers emoji. So it's literally the same thing that you do. And then after 6 hours, I have another automation that says, hey, how's the video?
Yeah. I'll change this right off the bat. So like the first message that you sent, go back to the first message.
Yeah, it's the asset right here.
Yeah, you sent the values asset, and then right away you're sending a message saying something along the lines of, let me see. Okay. I got you. Here's a free Airbnb training. That's it. I wouldn't add if you have any questions, I'm here. Like, take that part out. Just like it's a very nonchalant, here's a training, bro. Like, you don't need them. Like, you send that training, and then right after we send a first message that is a nonchalant, personable message that feels like, oh, it was just me sending it. And then the second message is a question. It's always a question, but it's not a question as like, how long have you been looking to get to Airbnb? It's you offering to give them more value. So our second question is like, do you also want the follower ads training too, or just this one? That one provokes a response, especially to those who are qualified. Because I gave them value. I said, here's a training, nonchalant. Now, do you want more value? And if they're an ICP, they're like, yes, I want that one too. Boom, you send them that one. And now your setter should intercept that and start having a conversation because they're going to respond to you. If they said yes to 2 value assets for your specific offer, the conversation is going.
So, okay. So what I can do is would it, since those 2 assets, the 15-minute asset and the 30-minute asset, is what I'm already using to close people for my program, and I'm not really using the 1-hour course at all, would it be beneficial to just like use those 2 videos? Or do you really want me to like send the course out? Because in the copy, instead of saying course, we can just say, hey, free training.
We can
I
test
can also
that.
say I can also say 30-minute course. I can say 30-minute break. I can say 30-minute course. There is a 30-minute course. Technically, it's a course that Sam and I make. It's just not the 1-hour one.
That's okay. Now, the only reason why I'm using that one is because it is literally when you think that people are not going to want to go spend an hour of their time watching it, and you want to expedite that process as fast as possible. Like, how can I just get them to watch a 12-minute video? But it doesn't work that way. Like, marketing literally works as in like, let me give you the most amount. Bro, most people are not going to watch that. And most people might not even watch that training that you're sending them. But it's this feeling that you're giving them value that they now feel like they need to respond to your text. They need to respond to your stuff. So the assets, I never even go back and have our team like ever say something along those like, did you watch that training? Like, we don't say that, bro. Like, instead, what we do is more so like, we've already given the value. People will only go watch a YouTube video if they feel like it. People will only buy if they feel like it. People will only take that next step, book a call if they feel like it. Not if I ask them if they want to. It's more so if I feel like it, I'm going to do that. But because I set so much value on the front end, and now they can whenever they want. Most people are not going to go click off, oh man, I just like swiped up on a DM. I'm going to go, you know what? I'm going to drop everything. I'm going to go watch this course. But now I remember you because you gave me so much value on the front end. So it's like next time you like, now you intercept that conversation with your setter and you start asking questions and you start going down that process, and you don't even have to talk about the course. They know. Plus they will see your content. They will see your story sequences. You are now top of the mind for them. And your setter is moving that process to getting that person onto a book call. Of course, we want them to watch those trainings prior. And chances are that most times when they do book a call is because they did go watch that training without you having to tell them to go watch it. Because if you tell them to do something, they don't want to do it. If you give them an opportunity to decide, then they want to do it.
Right, 100%. Okay.
So I'll create even a little model for you, specific to your offer with this exact openers that I would use, and you can modify and change it, and you can put that into ManyChat and how I would run it specifically. I'll create a little model board stuff with a little workflow for you specifically in your offer based on the different types of creators that we're going to launch for DMs. Cool.
Yeah, for sure. So I could just be like, hey, I got you. Here's a free Airbnb course. And then I can say, hey, by the way, do you also want me to send you like the quick 15-minute training? Or what's the second message you told me?
Yeah, the second message, no, by the way, just like, do you also want the quote unquote whatever training? Do you also want this? What training that you said you were gonna send? Do you want this training or this breakdown? I would call
Yeah,
it
I'll
this.
figure that out. Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever it is. Do you also want this question mark? And then when they say yes, I can send them that. Okay. Yeah, I got it.
I would say our message that has been working very well is like, it's always like giving them an option to be able to say no. When you do that, it's like you provoke them to want to say yes. So I'll say, do you also want this follower ads course or this follower ads breakdown or just this one? I just add that because like they'll still respond either to yes, I want it, or they'll say no, just this one. And
So do you also want the free Airbnb or do you also want the free Airbnb breakdown or just the course
yep, or just this one.
or just this one? Okay, got it.
And boom, because now it's giving them so many, like now they want, like all these questions are coming on, it's like they want to answer it. So it's like, nah, bro, I'm good. I just want this one, or nah, I do want that one. Send it to. Boom. That's an even better type of message because now you're incoming, you're sending another asset, bro. Your DM setter just starts asking questions from there. Obviously, still being like just this nonchalant, like, bro, I'm just a friend, bro. Like, what help do you
Yeah.
need? And then you move them down that process.
Okay, cool.
Any
And
other
then
questions on that?
this is for cold or retargeted?
This is for cold right here. Same
Okay.
process for retarget. The only difference that changes and why I tell you like retargeting, like why I give that information to you. Obviously, this person coming in is not going to know that. Like, but
Yeah.
why I share that is it's good for you to know, for your setter to know that this person is a retargeted person. So when you are asking questions, like you should know that this person is going to be more open to opening up because like they've already been following you, or when you send those
Mm,
follow-ups, those are typically top of our list of people who we want to follow up with right away because I know that maybe they just want to go do something. Like literally, they've been following us, they've been tapping into the content, they've been nurtured. They just probably didn't respond right away. And when I send something back to re-engage that conversation, I just know those are priority. They're nurtured, they're ready to convert.
for sure. Okay. Yeah, makes
Cool.
sense. Yeah.